talk about 4C hair. I know how much I love talking about 4C hair. So it's an Empress kind of day, y'all. Okay, so that's why I got on video. So we're going to talk about using grease. Okay, things like this. Y'all probably can't see it. I'm trying to keep the natural light in the room and wait till the sunrise. So it's sunset right now, but y'all should be able to see a little bit in this video. So we're going to talk about some hidden secrets to 4C hair care that some of y'all may not know. Okay, things you may be doing wrong and all. So let me light this candle here so y'all can see. It's important to leave the natural changing and the lighting in your house to happen naturally. Don't like just rush to put light bulbs on, okay, y'all, in the morning hours. Just let the natural light come in. So we're going to talk about using grease, okay, the real way to use grease, hair grease. We're going to talk about why some of y'all may not be able to get your hair soft and healthy looking. And we're going to talk about things you should be using in the winter versus the spring and the summer, and how to seal in moisture, the fast way to do it. Okay, so take notes. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody. Okay, so um, in the wintertime, you really should be conditioning your hair almost on a weekly basis. This means refreshing your hair and using an actual conditioner, not just a leave-in. Okay, so when you're getting into like the harsh winter, like when it's getting so close to all the snow and the heavy snowfall, that's when you really want to up your game with doing a conditioning mask treatment. Okay, so now there's three things you can do to protect your hair when it's like between January and March. You can just pretty much put it in two strand twist and leave it for 3 months and just spray it with botanical spray every month so that it doesn't get too crispy and break out. So you could just spray it with a leave-in conditioner every month and just leave it twisted for like 3 straight months. Some people do that from January to March, and then they wait till the end of March, and then they take their hair down. Okay, so you can do that. This is hard to do if you have a job that's picky about 4C hair, that discriminate against 4C hair. It's going to be hard to do. If you have a job that don't let you wear scarves, it's going to be hard to do. But if you don't have a job that doesn't sweat your natural texture, then you might as well just go ahead. I would say by like mid-February, twist it up, leave it like that for about 2 months. It's not going to lock. It's not going to lock. Okay. And then all you got to do is spray your hair with a leave-in conditioner, every other week at least, so that the hair doesn't get too brittle and break. This is going to keep your ends protected for 2 straight months during the hard winter time. We know that March tends to come in like a lion or go out like a lion. So it could get really freezing temperatures between January and March. So you may want to just go ahead and roll your hair up and leave it like that for 2, 3 weeks at a time and just keep spraying it with leave-in conditioner that has a moisturizer in it. So Cream of Nature has a wonderful leave-in conditioner that has flaxseed in it. So when you put that in some water and spray your hair with it, it's going to keep your hair moisturized after you two-strand twist it. Okay, so that's another way you can just kind of protect your hair from breaking during the harsh winter time. Actually, if you're keeping your temperature down in your home to save on your gas bill or electric bill, whatever, you definitely should be walking around with like a shower cap on, a little bit through your day in your house to lock in heat. Our hair is used to like steamy weather. Okay, our hair is used to going from like a warm climate to a cold climate. in rotation. Warm, cold, warm, cold, warm, cold, cold. It's an adaptable hair, but it still needs the warmth. So our ancestors often, when they were in the mountains and it was cold, that's when they would keep their hair wrapped up. So consider putting on a shower cap on your head in your house if you have your temperature below 70 degrees in your house. So spray your hair with leave-in conditioner that has a fat in it, like avocado or flaxseed. This is in the winter season. And then put a shower cap on your head. Wear that for like maybe an hour out of your day. You're going to notice that your hair is staying softer and, easy to take care of in the winter season. So you can put your shower cap on and your bonnet and leave it on the first hour of your day. Most people, they turn the temperature up a little bit when they wake up. So you can either wear your bonnet and shower cap all night long in the winter season, or you can wear it the first hour of your day when you have turned the temperature up in your house. Okay. So that's another way of making sure that you keep that moisture in your hair as long as you can every single day. Now, the next thing is to roll your hair up in the front. The front of your hair needs to be rolled or twisted, and wear a hat that blocks the snow and the wind from your hair. A lot of African American women have broken edges and their bangs grow slow because in the winter season they don't realize the cold and the ice is blowing towards their hair in the front. And so that is causing their hair to be brittle and breaking in the front. So consider wearing a wide brim hat even in the wintertime to catch the snow or wear one of the hats that tilt forward like they used to wear in the 1950s to protect the front of their hair from the cold, rain, and sleet blowing in the front on their hair. Okay, so y'all could do that as well. For women who don't like the scarves, just get you a hat that's wide and tip it forward so that when you're walking and the wind is hitting your cold wind is hitting your hair, it's not hitting your hair, it's hitting your hat. Okay, so the reason why some of your grease is not working is because you towel dried your hair and then you're trying to do the lock method without your hair wet. So let's say you towel dried your hair after your conditioning treatment. And you try to put the products in. It's not going to seal without being wet. So you're still going to have to re-wet your hair after you towel dried it. Now, grease tends to seal better with the cream when you have had a moisturizing conditioning treatment. So if you moisturize and condition your hair with a 15-minute conditioner, when you rinse that out in like cool water or lukewarm water, you're going to notice that your hair is softer. That makes it easier for the grease and cream to penetrate the hair. Okay? So in the winter season, it's harder for all that to penetrate because the air is too cold. It's stiffening your hair. So the products can't penetrate. But when you use a conditioning mask, a moisturizing conditioner treatment that's 15 minutes, you leave in for 15 minutes like the Design Essential here, you'll notice that when you go to put your grease and cream in the lock method, it's sealing. You'll notice that. Once again, even if you use a conditioning, moisturizing 15-minute treatment, which you're in your hair with a plastic cap over your head to seal in moisture. You can do this while you're taking your shower. You can actually put the conditioning cream, 15-minute cream in your hair with a shower cap on and take a shower. That's going to help steam your hair. So you're really going to get a deep conditioning. Then after you get out the shower, then you can rinse it out. Now you're still going to make sure your hair is wet. And then you're going to do this. You still have to put a leave-in conditioner in. This is how you really protect your hair if you're in the north, especially. For you Southern girls, the reason why your hair is thriving is because you may have warm days and cool nights. We don't have that in the North. We can have cold, cool days and cold nights even in the summer, even in the late summer in August. So this is why you often see 4C girl hairs in the North. Their hair is growing slower and brittle and have more breakage than the girls in the South. You have to consider the climate. Okay, you have to do your hair according to the climate, the type of climate that you're dealing with, where you're living at. So you can't just go ahead and just do what everybody's doing in the South, because those girls can put grease and water in their hair and be good. They're walking around in 80, 90-degree weather every day. It's not like that in the North. So Northern girls have to get used to wearing their hats, scarfing up sometime, putting a shower cap on their hair, hour a day, deep conditioning. Okay, we just have different rituals than the Southern girls. I don't know why no one ever talks about this. When you see women in Africa telling us how to do our hair, and I'm like, you're in Africa. Like, it's plenty of heat, staying warm there. You can still in moisture 5 minutes in Africa with the products in your hair. But it's just not going to roll like that in the North. Okay, you have to try to keep your hair covered as much as you can when you're out in this cold weather, when it gets really cold in the North. Okay, so rock your hoods, your coat hoods, put your fur hoodies on when you're out in this cold, and just really try to protect your hair from the cold weather. I hate when people say protective styles are not needed. Yes, they are, because the cold ice, we know what ice do to trees. If ice can snap a branch, if ice can snap a leaf, it can snap our hair. So people need to stop making it seem like protective styles is not needed in the cold winter season. It is. Okay. Now, even if you're using your twisting cream, it doesn't matter. Even if you're using this, twisting cream, in the winter season, you still should be putting the grease on. Now, the reason why some of y'all say, well, the shorter part of my hair is not growing, is because you're not applying the grease even on the short ends. A lot of people will put the grease on the ends of their long parts of their hair, but will forget the uneven sections that are here. They won't go high enough up to touch the shorter parts. So the shorter parts will just keep breaking. And then they're like, okay, why do I got these short pieces? It's keep breaking and getting shorter. Well, you're not sealing them. You're forgetting. So make sure you are looking to see where your short sections are and not forgetting about them. So now, okay, this is how you know when your deep conditioner is working for your hair. Your hair should get like a cooly feel to it, but it should be kind of fluffy soft. It's not going to get silky. You have 4C hair. It's going to get fluffy and soft, cotton-like. And then it's going to shrink. And when you have that shrinkage, and it looks even, it looks kind of like neat, like you combed it even when you didn't after it's drying, then you know that it's thriving then. But you can't expect your hair to look like beautiful cotton if it's raggedy, if you have split ends. So it doesn't matter what conditioner you use. If you have too many split ends, it's not going to look like a nice cotton pillow. Okay? It doesn't matter what product you use. So the conditioner will expose your dead ends once it's done its job of sealing moisture. So make sure that you're getting your dead ends cut, or you will need to twist it after the conditioning so no one sees those dead ends. Okay? I'm the 4C clear queen, y'all. I've been through too much. Now, you have been lied to when they say a ball of hair should come out your hair every day. That's a lie. Okay? 100 strands of hair is a lot less than a ball of hair. If you ever look at the girls who are saying that in the YouTube videos and they stretch your hair out, you will see like Oh, they have a lot of dead ends, but they're not cutting them. They're only like cutting a little bit of the dead end. And then they're showing this clump of hair saying, this is how much hair comes out of my hair. No. Some of those hair, those strands are literally from the dead ends breaking further up. So your dead ends, this is going to disturb some of y'all because y'all going to be like, oh, Miss B, why did you tell me this? Your dead ends should be like a little ball in your hand. Like it should be like actually no bigger than a quarter size of hair. If it's bigger than a quarter size, you're losing too much hair. If your hair is not all the way down to your waist, bigger than a quarter size hair a day means you're losing too much hair. Okay? When the hair gets bigger than a quarter size of hair loss a day, in really long hair girls, it's because the hair then curled up a lot. So that's why the ball looks bigger. But if your hair is only down to your chin and you're like, oh, I got this saucer size of hair, this medium saucer size of hair coming out, or this 50-cent piece size of hair coming out, that's too much hair. You're getting breakage. Okay? Most of the time, that's also inward that's causing it. Okay? So, when I got all my dead ends, and I mean every single one, I had the stylist make sure all my dead ends were out. I didn't even care how short it was. This was about a month ago. Okay? Now, what I'm doing, what I'm telling y'all I'm doing, and what I'm seeing after taking the MSM vitamin, the sulfur, that has sulfur and magnesium, after being put on iron supplements, after taking my prenatal 1-a-day vitamin loyally for the past month, I am only seeing sometimes only a penny worth of dead hair come out. The most I'll see a day is a quarter size. And my hair, when stretched on the sides, is on my front, is almost to my chin. My bangs are over my eyebrows. They're over my eyebrows, even though they weren't that long a month ago. The reason why they're thriving is because I am doing what I'm telling y'all I am doing. Okay? So if I want to show y'all how much hair is coming out, I'm going to show y'all in 2 weeks so y'all could be like, wow, that's a real little bit of hair for 2 weeks. And y'all are going to be like, why am I getting more hair fall and my hair is short too? If your hair is not longer than your chin, if it's not down to your shoulders, you should not be getting more than a quarter size hair fall. Okay? All right. Some people left because they don't want to hear the truth. They don't want to hear that their hair is breaking. Okay? Now, the detangler combs. Okay. The detangler combs, and some of y'all may not want to hear this, the detangler combs are primarily for the conditioning treatment. Okay? Detangler combs are not even supposed to be used on your hair just because your hair is wet. Okay? Once you rinse the detangler comb out, the only detangling should happen with your hands. And you have to be gentle. You shouldn't have a lot of tangles in your hair if you rinsed your hair downward. Okay? When you rinse the conditioner out, you're not supposed to be like messing up the hair. Okay? Because then you're messing up the detangler combing you did with the conditioner in. The detangler comb with the conditioning is to get rid of the dead ends that's between the healthy hair. And to get the conditioner to go further into the hair strands so that it semi-penetrates before it sits. But after you rinse the conditioner out, which you should be rinsing the conditioner out with your hair downward, not circular motion, not messing it up, downward. Okay. When you have rinsed the conditioner out that way, there is no reason for you to be like, oh, my hair is tangled all over the place again. It shouldn't be. You already detangled it with the conditioner in. Okay. So at that point, anything that happens after that, you really should be trying to use your hands, gently detangling if it starts to lock up, dry. And when you have high porosity here, the hair will shrink really fast, and then you will think it's tangled, but it's just shrunk. It's just shrunk. So what you do is with high porosity here, you have to quickly get that moisture in, quickly get that cream and grease in. Okay, even if you just like run the cream through your hair with your fingers, and then the grease from the halfway point of your hair, okay, at least you quickly got it in. And then you can go ahead and part your hair and plait it and style it. But the moment you rinse that deep conditioner out, you have to get moving quick and get that lock method in. Okay? Because your hair is shrinking super fast. Even if you can't see it, it's like magic. Like 15 minutes later, you'll be like, when did this hair shrink? I didn't even see it happen, but it did. So the point is, soon as you rinse that conditioner out, you should, if you can get your kids involved, have them meet you with a section, be like, just get the cream in, and the grease in, like, get it through. You got about maybe about 10 minutes to get it in, believe it or not, before the hair is like all the way to the scalp, shrunk. If your hair's not dripping wet after you rinse the conditioner out, it's going to shrink faster. So you can either leave your hair dripping wet and then you have more time to put the lock method in. But if you have patted your hair dry with the towel, you have less time to put the product in before the hair shrinks. Okay. We're getting into the scientific method process of doing this 4C here. Now, let's say some of y'all got caught up and y'all was running y'all mouth YouTube surfing and you're like, dang, my hair shrunk and it dried in like 15 minutes almost because I'm high porosity. What do I do? Just go right back to the sink and rinse your hair in cool water. Okay? Now, what you can do is put rosemary in your hair, which is going to re-soften your hair and make it more manageable for the lock method. So you can go and wet your hair again with lukewarm or cool water and then just go through it with some rosemary oil. And that's going to it's going to kind of like put your hair the way it was when it first locked in the rinse out conditioner. So then you put your rosemary in. You're going to notice like, oh, my hair is turning soft. Yay. Now you can put a little bit of argan oil in there as well, which is going to soften the hair and make it manageable where you can actually use your hands without the detangler comb. Okay. Now, I'm going to keep it real with y'all. 4C here likes, I don't know what other word to choose, likes the slavery hairstyles. I know y'all like, oh, hell no. The 4C here likes the hairstyles from Madam C.J. Walker's time on back. Period. Okay? It likes to be rolled. It likes loose twists. Twist that's like 2 inches or an inch from the scalp. It likes to be pinned up and back off the head. Okay? It likes the Harriet Tubman look. This is why they had such beautiful hair and all their edges. So just get used to the fact that your hair is reminding people of a time period that they're trying to pretend like it didn't exist. Your hair is historical. It has history. It speaks of the history of when people were fighting for for liberty. That is, here is a teacher of culture. Let your hair remind people of your culture. So don't always be running for the gel. Yeah, the gel does soften and be like, oh yeah, it makes my hair like, elongated, curly. But sometimes you don't rock the gel. Actually, you have to be careful of using gel in the winter season, because even though it doesn't have alcohol in it, if it doesn't have enough fat in it, your hair's going to harden. Okay? So if it's like an aloe vera gel, I don't know why nobody ever talks about this, but aloe vera gel still has a hardening effect to it when it is applied with thicker fattening sealers like castor oil. So consider getting a flaxseed gel since it's a softer sealer. So the flaxseed gel is actually can still be applied to your scalp if it's alcohol free. It's also going to grow your hair. Flaxseed grows hair. So if you want growth in your hair during the winter season when your hair's at rest, you can actually use flaxseed gel to grow your hair. So if you're trying to get a softer seal where your hair looks luscious, consider using the flaxseed gel with your butter. Okay, I'm legit 4C. And anytime that I use aloe vera gel and I use it, if I don't use like a thick enough cream, the aloe vera gel will stiffen my hair, even if it doesn't have alcohol in it. Aloe vera, believe it or not, is not a superfood for people who have 4C hair. Normally it's not, because most 4C people is AB or B blood type. Okay, or I think they're or O positive, I think, as well. Some Africans who are O, Nigerians. So the point that I'm making is aloe vera, yeah, it do grow your hair, but it's not a superfood for you. What's a super hair grower for you is actually flaxseed, avocado, almond oil, seed oil. Okay? Preferably pumpkin seeds. So you got to be careful using the aloe vera. My daughter, she has like 3A, 2A, 3A with a little bit of like 4A. She can use aloe vera. Okay, her hair has higher sebum than my hair, so she doesn't have to use a thick cream, so aloe vera doesn't stiffen her hair up. The gel doesn't stiffen her hair up, so she can rock aloe vera all day. But what I've learned about aloe vera with 4C hair, it's a growth stimulant, a scalp detoxer that usually needs to be washed out within a couple days. If possible, just applied as a tonic to your scalp. So the aloe vera can be applied, can be put with peppermint oil, and even if you wanted to use a castor oil tonic with that, and then you would, scrub your scalp, and then you would apply it on your hair, leave it on a few minutes, and then rinse it out. I will not be using aloe vera gel unless I'm using one of the thickest twisting creams I have. When you use it with gel, gel has a way at times also of stiffening your hair up, unless your hair is wet before you put the gel in. So I feel like aloe vera gel, when using it with the grease, your hair should be dripping wet. Otherwise, the grease is not going to seal in. The aloe vera gel is going to dominate, and then your hair is going to be stiff from it. I say just go ahead and just use the aloe vera gel when it's like a special event, and you can wash it out in a couple days. Aloe vera gel really gives you a very high shine, so that's why some people like to use it. It's not even needed to give you a high shine, even though it will. 4C girl here, y'all can get shine from argan oil. Argan is a superfood for 4C hair girls. So choose the always choose the argan Moroccan oil over the aloe vera. Okay. Now there's people that love to say it works on my hair, but then when I see them, I'm like, no, you're not 4C. Okay. Thickness doesn't automatically mean 4C. You'll know 4C because most 4C is high porosity and it ridiculously shrinks. Like we're talking about shrinks almost all the way to the scalp, like Lupita's hair. Okay. Like how her hair shrinks, where her hair, you won't even be able to see her length unless she's like elongating it with products. Okay. We're talking about the type of hair that shrinks so tight that it's Harriet Tubman to the max. Okay. That is 4C hair. 4C hair can seem very, very coarse in any weather when there's no moisture sealed in. Erykah Badu does not have 4C hair. So if you're like, oh, yeah, my hair's like Erykah Badu. No, that is 4B. That is 4B. It's fluffier. It'll hang down and fluffy. And it doesn't flatten when she lay on it. Erykah Badu was talking about this. Like the 4C hair people, if you lay on your hair, it's going to like shrink even more and go flat. And when you wake up, and you take your bonnet off, it's super shrunk to your head. Erykah Badu's hair does not do that. Okay? I canceled Erykah Badu when she started making fun of 4C hair people saying your hair is flat on one side. I'm like, okay, you're 4B. You don't get the shrinkage I get, so that's why you're hating. So if you are saying my hair is fluffy and thick, don't be rushing to say it's 4C and rushing for 4C products or because your hair's fluffy and thick. Okay? If you can just like comb your hair out and you're like, oh, it shrinks a little bit, that's 4B. But if it's like, boom, right up to the scalp, that's 4C. Okay? Base it upon the ability to retain moisture and shrinkage. Y'all, I'm telling you, there's a girl on YouTube, I'm going to post her link, and she has a video that says, y'all don't like y'all hair. She has 4C. Her hair is exactly like mine. Now, I didn't went to many licensed stylists and managers who said, yes, you definitely have 4C hair. Your hair shrinks up within 10 minutes after washing. So, I'm qualified to talk about this. Now, okay. If you're trying to grow your hair using grease, then you don't use, I know y'all all like, yeah, castor oil is the truth. Castor oil is really for selling, y'all. Okay, it's really for selling. The growth stimulation grows your hair. So you should be actually using peppermint grease on your scalp to grow your hair. There is a grease that's called Virgin Hair Growth. You can buy it on YouTube. It actually works. I used that and I did see my hair grow faster. Okay. Some of y'all say, well, I used the castor oil cream by Shea Butter, by Cream of Nature, and it grows my hair. No, it is sealing in what grows your hair in that product. Okay. In that product is seed oil and aloe vera. So the castor oil is sealing in the products that would actually grow your hair. Okay? So castor oil is primarily something that would protect your hair from breakage. It protects your ends. And it may actually grow your hair a little bit, but it's not really it's not an elite hair grower. Not like peppermint, since peppermint is a superfood for most people with 4C hair. So if you really want to grow your hair and your 4C, you should be team peppermint. You should be team flaxseed. Okay? All right. Y'all be calling it what it is. Now, some of y'all say, Well, I use a clarifying conditioner after my shampoo. Clarifying conditioners do not moisturize your hair, and it doesn't unless it specifically says hydration, moisturizing, clarifying conditioner. If it doesn't say that on the bottle, then all it's doing is stripping everything out of your hair. It's giving you a hard reset, which means then you still have to do a deep conditioner. Okay, let me give you an example. This right here is called the apple cider vinegar clarifying and shine conditioner. This product right here, okay, it's by Renpure Advance. Okay, what this does is it just strips everything out, but it does not soften your hair. So you would still have to use a deep conditioner treatment. Okay. Matrix has Curl Dreamline has a high amp shampoo and conditioner that does it all. It clarifies plus it hydrates your hair and moisturizer. That's why the product is so expensive. Okay. Now, if you're like the Curl Dream works, it works on 4C hair. If you want to get that, you are better off buying that product at the actual salon when it's close to the holidays. They normally will have that stuff 25-50% off. Okay. So as a holiday treat for everybody, to boost, to get clients. So when you go to the salon for Valentine's Day, New Year's, Christmas, you want to say, what high amp hydration shampoo conditioner is on sale right now? Okay, don't just say, give me a conditioner that will work. Nope, Say, what hydrating, moisturizing shampoo and conditioner is on sale right now? Okay, you want to say that specifically. All right, y'all, I'm going to head out. I'm going to do a part 2. I'll leave this video up. If this video was helpful, feel free to let me know. Bye, everybody.